I'm talking.
It's fine.
I'm talking.
Carry on being an idiot.
Okay.
This is clearly an example of extremely bad parenting. And there's only so much that the penal system can actually rectify in that situation. This is a kid who is hungry for attention, and that's what the social media era we're living in.
How is it just... Hey, what? How did you get in there? Hey, let me get in here. You outside! Hey, hey, the man, let's go! We outside! Hello, can I call the police? The people on the train! Reality!
This whole public outroar just makes me laugh because people are getting hurt over something that didn't happen to them. And that's how I see it as.
What do you mean?
People are getting hurt over something that didn't happen to them.
And you've had no one to tell you this is wrong?
Of course people have told me it's wrong. Family, friends, everyone's told me it's wrong.
Who's told you it's wrong?
What do you mean? My own mother told me it's wrong. There's been situations between me and my mum where I don't
Right, so
talk.
your mother doesn't like what you're doing?
Of course, yeah.
So why don't you stop doing it?
Because
my mother told me to stop doing something.
Okay, that's your mother. You listen to your mother. You listen to somebody else. I'm my own person.
Obviously, the deterrent should have been more than a £350 fine. I'm assuming the judge thought that he didn't actually have that money to pay it or something. I don't know, but I think that's clearly very weak. He's terrorizing the public. But it is bad parenting. I often said, you know, there's a reason why he's stealing old women's puppies and jumping on conservative Jewish men's backs. He's not going to, you know, tall black men in Tottenham because he knows he probably won't go home with all his teeth in his mouth. So clearly, it's a disciplining issue. It's something that falls on his parents quite squarely on the shoulders, but it's also a penal system issue. And I think we need to address both. He's obviously an example of what happens when parenting goes very, very wrong.
I don't condone anything he done, but at the same time though, like to answer your question directly, no, it's not okay. But then to add some context, I feel like similar to what he was saying before, like we are in an era where it's all about shock factors, all about attention. Even though I do internet and I do make content myself, I do understand that there is repercussions with just doing anything and everything for views. I'm trying to say to you, and Mizzy being a prime example of that.
It is about attention seeking. Clearly, some of the things he's done are, are very unpleasant to the people involved. But, you know, we've had these kind of prank TV shows on television for years and years and years. We remember in the 80s, there were programs where people had their cars crushed and they had no idea what was going on and they didn't consent to that in the first place. We've got an 18-year-old who's capturing a lot of attention, a lot of audience. And really, I think it's all a storm in a teacup.